All right. So let's see here. We're going to want to just open up the Venuth page again, copy some of these sections. So Dago, year born is over on the timeline here. Let's see. Twelfth of the third moon, 1471. Or 1447, sorry. He would be quite young. Appearance. There we go. Dago is of Radaran descent. Actually, no, I don't believe he is, because we mentioned that he had a black or dark complexion. So I think he is probably Numenacris in descent. He keeps his head shaven and is free of tattoos. All right, we should check if we can get his artwork in. Let me just make sure I'm not missing something here. Looks like it still didn't work. Yeah. Oh well. I'll have to check that out another time. Alright, he keeps his head shaven and is free of tattoos. He's of a muscular build and but not overly tall. All right, and bio, toppling the government with rebels. Okay, around we can fill in the year there. So this looks like 1469. We'll add in here. He was spotted completing a contract for Lord Shay of Ellicar. And we can add in there for Ellicar the page on or the link. Interesting. Let's see how that works. Great. All right. So we also could add in a place for Lomalago now, so maybe we'll do that next. Anyway, so this is saved. So let's go ahead here and do a new location settlement. Low Malago. Location, West Radugar. Here, establish unknown, current sovereignty. Rebels? We don't know yet. We'll get to that in the world building. Okay. We might as well go on to our map. And Low Malago is right here. It's another one I think that we will make a town instead of a city. All right, so we will make that a link to Low Malago. Create marker. Great. Now, is there a view option for the map? I guess we'll just head to the website here. There we go. Low Malago. Great. Now, what I was curious about is, did the other one not work because I added in... Nope, they're there. Okay, so we've got Low Malago on there now. We can copy a link to that for Dago. So let's go back here. Actually, let's go to our articles. And Low Malago, we want that link copy. Dago. Perfect. Save changes there. Great, we got Low Malago and Elcar linked up. Let's make a page for these other things. The Pale Company. So let's see, this is a new type of thing. It is maybe a military unit. Is there anything like a group? Profession. Generic article, character, condition. I mean, the Pale Company is a mercenary group, but I'd like to find a generic... Oh, organization. Ugh. All right. So we've got the Pale Company. Pale Company is a mercenary group involved in the toppling of Low Malago's former government. There you go, let's view that, of course. View world. Let's go take a look at... Oh, it won't be linked yet, so we'll just head back here and we'll search for a Pale Company. There it is. Links to Lomalago. Let's edit this one, and we can say history around 1469. A rebellion with the Pale Company involved led to the overthrow of Lomalago's government. All right, so we need that Pale Company link. I'm going to put that in here. With a job for the Pale Company in Lomalago. Save changes for that. I think that's enough links for Dago for now. We could add a page for Lord Shay at some point. Actually, we will come back to that, so I'll leave that one open. And this one, we also want to replace that so that this will say our rebellion with the Pale Company involved led to the overthrow of Lomalago's government. Save changes to that. All right. Those are good, looking good. Now we're going to add a new article for Lord Shay. Oops. Character. Lord of Elakar. Notable role. Now, how do we do that before? If we go back here, we filled in information for, what was his name? Oh yes, King Asharo. Notable role, good. He is a ruler, we'll say. Appearance. All right, we're going to look a little closer here. So, Shay. By the way, if anyone does tune in, if you want to, create a character or get involved in the world building here, just let me know in the chat. All right, there upon the deck, speaking with a man whom Dago had to assume was the captain, was Lord Shay. So the Council of Lords has 6 of them, so that's good to know. We'll say he's a little on the tall side. All right. He's of Radaran descent. All right, and there we go. We have appearance. Let's add a little bit of history. During 1478, Lord Shay was a ruler on the Elhokar Council of Lords. Now, we don't know when he's born, and I'm not sure that I have that already on my timeline, so we will have to look into that. Okay. Timeline. Again, this is Aeon Timeline that I'm using. A great program for organization like that. Shay. Nope. Okay, so let's figure that out then. Lord Shay here appears to be perhaps middle age or a little later, based on his balding. I don't think that we touch on his age in any other ways, but if we do, we can circle back to it eventually and just correct that. So for now, we're going to want to navigate over to that random site that I use. And we're going to find out what is his age between 60 and, no, let's do 50 and 70. So he's 51 during this chapter. So if he was 51 in 1478, that would be 1427 when he is born. So let's put him on the timeline. Lord Shay. And he was born in 1427. There we go. I mean, we know he's alive at least until 1480. Well, we don't know that necessarily, but we don't have any reason to know that when he's died yet, so let me put 1478 in there. Okay. Let me just have another drink of water here. All right, so Lord Shay, 1427. Dago, Lord Shay, 1427. So we can add on there as well. Let's figure out when he became a lord of the city. So he would have been, I assume, at least let's say 25, and it's before he's 51. So, well, he certainly got into it at a young enough age. So, 29. Oops, the timeline. So, 1427 plus what did I just roll? 29. So in 1456, he became Shay becomes a lord of Elhokar. Here, 1456. There we go. So it's grouped up there with Lord Shay. We can minimize that or show that. Shay becomes a Lord of Elhokar. And then we know that in 1478 he works with Dago, so we'll add that on there as well. The timeline, not quite as much of an encyclopedia, so I'm fine with having all sorts of smaller details that wouldn't necessarily make it in the history book, but help me keep it all straight and organized. So let's see here. Shay hires Dago. $14.78. There we go. And can we connect this to something? Let's say no, we'll look at that another time. Okay, so 1456, we'll put that on his bio. In 1456, Lord Shay became a ruler on the Elachar Council of Lords. Save changes, not a draft. Alright, now we need to modify his thing because we learned his full name in his first chapter, I believe. So Dago IG Malzo. Save changes. Verify that. Yep. Make sure I spelled it right. Great. Okay. So that's all saved now. Alright, next this brings us to the Elachar Council of Lords. Another organization. The Elachar Council of Lords was a council consisting of 6 rulers to govern the city of Elachar. Among them was Lord Shay. And then we're going to want to go to our articles and say and now we can have a link to the Elachar Council of Lords on Shay's page. Oops. There we go. So if we go to some of these pages now, we should be able to go to did I put anything about that on Elachar? Ah, I should get that. There we go. That takes us to there. That takes us to Shay. That would take us back there. Perfect. All right. Trying to think what else we can add here that's connected to these things. Let's make a big picture one here. Let's make a new post here. And this is going to be a location geographic, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Radrigar. We'll call it East Radrigar. Nah, well, let's put them together on one page. Radrigar. Alright, so the continent of Radrgar is often considered two separate continents, two separate lands, East Radrgar and West. The Sunset Strait, I believe it is called. Oh no, this is Tycho's Deep. I need to check my other map, but anyway. Give me just a moment. Yes, it is the Sunset Strait. Right in here. I'll have to update this map at some point. It's starting to fall behind. The Sunset Strait is often considered the divide between lands. People who hail from Radrgar are considered Radaran, as is the ethnicity of humans traditionally from this region. Often with olive skin, dark hair, dark eyes. Alright. I think that's probably enough, at least as a placeholder for this one. Head back to articles. We're going to copy Radrgar. And we're going to go along to Dago, I think, and add that in here where we say, oh, he's Newman, right? I don't know why I keep thinking that he's not. Who was it? I think Shay we had said was of Radaran background. Alright, great. Go back to articles here. Let's add in a new one for the Sunset Strait. Location, geographic. The Sunset Strait. It is a strait. Oops. There we go.